What's up? It's been a while since we have checked in on the channel, but we're going to start something new. But the topic of this video is going to be these tables right here. I really wanted to make something. I was originally going to have these together as one big table. After I got this plane down to, yes, 1.5 inches. And so, but instead, I think I'm going to put them together like this, and have two kind of not big tables. This is going to get epoxied. So I'll take you along and kind of show you what we're going to be doing for this. Okay, now for some of my woodworking fans out there, you've probably seen Blacktail Studios, how he does everything. All these different epoxy river tables, all that stuff. I don't like that. I don't think it's very cool, but I love seeing natural wood grain. First, we're going to go around and we're going to get rid of all this dead stuff on the inside as best as we can, or as much as we want to. Again, these are kind of our projects. Next up, we are going to join these boards together. Get a hopefully seamless line straight down the center. Cool little trick. I've got them labeled A and B, and I'll show you what that is in just a second. Okay, now we got these labeled A and B because, the fence is as square as I could possibly get it, but, there's always going to be some type of error. I mean, it's possible you get 100% 90 degrees, but when you flip the board and I do A towards me, B towards the fence. And when I do it that way, when they line up, even if they're off just a little bit, they're still going to come together and be true and hopefully seamless. These are very large pieces of wood, so. Okay, so I just joined both sides, flipping, and so this is what I'm getting. I'm still ending up with a pretty large gap here. What's ending up happening is, I get over the front, but then we're also taking off more in the middle, and it's too heavy in the back. All right, we are going to do a quick glue up. These guys are all plain. These guys are going to go together, something like that. We do have a very, very slight gap in here that I had a little trouble getting out. These are just a little bit too big for the planers. So to hopefully try to mitigate the look as best as we can, we're going to use some sawdust along the way. It was just taken from sanding the top of this, and we're going to put it with the glue as we go in. You guys will see it happen to hopefully make that as seamless as possible. Okay, with the squeeze out across the board, then we come in with our good sawdust. Bring the glue. Okay, so you probably just saw me do all of the front sides, getting all of the glue on there. It kind of looks kind of cool. Now we're going to work on the back side and actually starting to seal up because we're going to pour from the top down. So we need to seal the back side so that all my epoxy doesn't go leaking all over the floor. All right, next up, we are going to start with the epoxy. Basically, we're going to mix a little bit up, and we're going to go in here. We're just going to lightly paint over some of these spots just to seal them up with the grain so that we can end up filling the rest and really deep sealing these cracks later. But I'm going to go around right now with just a small paintbrush and just kind of get in as deep as we can just to kind of seal it up and start this process. Let's do it. All right, on to the next day. I don't know how many days passed in the video. We are good. May I help you? At the same time, I realized I left one of these batteries charging. Don't do that. Don't do that. There's a chance that they catch on fire. Anyway, we are over here on the tables. This epoxy is dried so far, and it came out really good. All that stuff is sealed up now. I'm gonna go around and start taping all this stuff. We're actually gonna fill from the bottom. These are gonna be flipped. We're gonna fill from the top down. Let's check it out. So we've got everything sealed up. We are gonna go ahead and pour some epoxy tonight. Today we're using the epoxy. This is the Flow Cast. I have no idea what any of that means. We're gonna mix it up 2-1. All right, let's get to it. We are going to do 8 of these, 4 of the others. Here we go. 1, 8, 9, 10. 10 of that. And we're going to do 5 of this. 1, 5. Mix real good. All right, so we are all done being poured out here. Check it out. You see those bubbles in there? To get rid of them, we just pass the torch over it. Just very lightly. All right, guys, checking back in. We're roughly, I don't know, 4 days since we started this process. I went through, and for anything that I was unable to get done on the first pass, I had to come back and kind of go over a little bit. So had a little bubble in here that I wanted to fill in, as well as over here. This guy sucked down an incredible amount of the epoxy. So we were able to backfill that. Even this little, whoa, where is it? This little one right here is going to need a little bit of backfill as well. You want to say hi to everybody, Ricky? So yeah, we're going to go through. I'm going to start pulling all this off. Next, it turns into a game of a lot of sanding. I start with 60 grit to really rough out and get rid of a lot of the high spots, followed by 80 grit, 120, 150, and then 180 grit. You'll see that I spray water here in just a second. It really helps pop and lift the grain up, so then I can come back with a final sanding of 220 grit to bring it to that tabletop smooth. I haven't gotten to that 220 grit sanding just yet. As a final preparation, I'm going around and using CA glue or super glue to fill in any remaining voids. This can definitely be a tedious process. All right, last little project for the night. We're going to lay epoxy down just on the edges. Give this time to rest and hopefully be good to mess with in a few days. Well, actually, it's a really, really thin layer of epoxy here. You'll see what we do. I'm just coming along. All right. It's been a few days since I last checked in. I just did not end up recording everything that I needed to. But tables are ready to go. Everything looks great. We sanded this down to 120 grit and then hit it with this Osmo poly. I really, really, really like this stuff. It goes on really easily. You can do it in a dusty workshop and it comes out looking beautiful. Let me take you in. You can check it out. Remember, this is all done with epoxy. These look really good. And now the final step, we're gonna throw some legs on them. All right, I went ahead and re-drilled some of the holes in the bottom of the legs I'm going to be using. While I would like to do a different style of leg, the hairpin legs, they sell really well. The goal is to sell these and help pay for the planer I bought, to be honest. So we're going to go around. I'm going to do a time lapse. Got to go through. We're going to drill holes in here. Super helpful little tool to help you drill straight. We're gonna go through and then we're gonna end up using threaded inserts. This is what I've been using for really all of my tables. They work really, really, really well. Okay, I'm gonna decide to keep a few things in this time lapse just to explain what's going on. Right here, I'm testing to make sure that the drill bit I'm using is the correct one for the threaded insert. Here, I am measuring out the exact depth that I need on the drill bit to make sure that my inserts don't go all the way through the table. And finally, I get to start working on just the one singular table leg. This is all that you'll get to see. I'm not showing everyone. All right, check it out. We got some finished tables here. They came out really, really clean. Loving the wood grain, absolutely popping. The live edge looks fantastic. Absolutely loving the crotch grain on each of them. The epoxy came out really, really cool. It doesn't really come out on video, but you can see inside there. Hey, thank you guys for checking out this last video. I really enjoy putting these videos together, mostly because one day I hope in 30, 40 years when I grow old, I'll be able to kind of tune back in and watch some of the stuff that I've been doing. Um, really, really, really appreciate everyone that has stuck around this long. Hit that like and subscribe button. Honestly, it doesn't do anything except for add to some numbers. I'm not really here for the numbers, but I have a lot of fun doing this. Behind me is the next project that I'll be taking on. While woodworking is a lot of fun, and that's kind of where I got my start, I love learning. And so the next kind of phase of this whole thing is going to be looking at engines and trying to understand how they work and why they work and what makes them not work. This is a champion dual fuel generator that's on the property. It means it can do propane and gas. The gas has not been working, and we got to dive in to figure out what it is. We're getting into the winter season. We should always have a generator available when possible. So we're going to be diving into this thing. We're going to be figuring out why it's not working and trying to get it to start. I can't promise anything, but I can promise that we're going to dive deep and we're going to learn a lot and hopefully get it started. I think it's just a carb issue. But I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for joining. And yeah, I'll see you guys. Hopefully you tune in. We'll check this one out. Bye, guys.